Platinum X here again with Baldur's Gate 3. Now I've already got the Platinum Trophy, which leaves only one trophy remaining, and that's Honor Mode. And to be honest, I've always wanted to play a Shadowheart playthrough, because to me, she's really the main character. It absolutely breaks character for the artifact to wind up in somebody else's hands and her be okay with it. Everything is focused around the artifact in this game. And she's the one that stole it. It's in her possession. And again, there's no way she would have been okay with it, like being in somebody else's hands. So anyway, here I'm going to play the introduction. I just want you to hear it out.
My name is Shadowheart, loyal servant of Shar, goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that. My Lady Shar tasked me with a mission of such secrecy that I surrendered great swathes of my memory in order to safeguard the knowledge of it. All I know is that I must bring the artifact I hold to Baldur's Gate, and that nothing can stand in my way. My goddess is watching.
Nothing can stand in my way. She must return the artifact to Baldur's Gate. Her goddess is watching. Okay? So again, completely breaks character that it winds up in somebody else's hand and she's like, oh, well, okay, but I need it back at some point. No, come on. She would have killed to get it back or been killed or died, trying. So again, I always wanted to do a Shadowheart playthrough because, like I said, to me, she really is the main character. Having the artifact and everything being focused on the artifact. So let's go ahead and when you pick any of the origin characters, you can change some things, but not everything. Like, she is a half-elf. We cannot change that. She is a high half-elf. We cannot change that. We can, however, change the cantrip she starts with. She normally starts with Firebolt. I'm changing it to Minor Illusion. One thing, if you've watched any of the Tactician mode videos, you know that the odds are stacked against you. I mean, everything the computer gets, the AIs get +2 to attacks, saving throws. I mean, all the cards are stacked against you, so you have to think tactical. So you got to try some things, outside the norm to outthink the AI. So we're going to use Minor Illusion, hopefully to handle some encounters, give us the advantage. These are the starting thing. This is just the cantrips I've chosen. Level 1 spells for a cleric, which is just always the same for any cleric. Specialized clerics might get some specific spells, but anyway, Wisdom and Charisma saving throw proficiency cannot be changed. So again, she normally starts with a low charisma, so I'm jacking up that charisma for not just a saving throw reason, but for skill reasons as well. This type cleric does not have heavy armor, so she is limited to medium armor. I did change Sacred Flame to Thaumaturgy. I don't know if that's how you say that, but giving me advantage on intimidation and performance. Now, there are some performance checks in dialogue, so it's got nothing to do with, having to use a musical instrument and being a bard. But, I mean, that would help, but, again, some dialogues do have performance in the dialogue options. So we're going to go ahead with that. And this, in this particular difficulty, Tactician along with Honor Mode, cantrips that affect another person, like friends, or charm that you might use to get advantage on the charisma checks. When it wears off, they will turn hostile toward you. Now, there's some that you might be able to use it on and them not turn hostile, but you might lose attitude when it wears off. I mean, again, on the higher difficulties, when you cast a spell on somebody else, when, like I said, when it wears off charm, friends, it will have a negative impact after the conversation. So it's best to just not, you know, use them. So, but this cantrip, this other cantrip, is on myself. I don't cast it on them. I cast it on me. So that's kind of why I'm picking this one to give me advantage on that intimidation and performance. So subclass trickery domain cannot be changed. These are just the spells that you always have prepared. And that is a specific action granting another person stealth. So again, we're going to be doing a pretty stealthy playthrough to make combat, give us the advantage on the in combat there. I never really use Sanctuary, but in this particular playthrough, I am most definitely going to be using Sanctuary. There is honor mode. There's a single save file. You cannot reload during the game, and it automatically saves when you go to main menu. So the only way to reload would be to absolutely close, like go back to dashboard and just close the program, reopen it, then you can reload. But that defeats the whole purpose of honor mode. And I've even read some posts about, oh, you can only do that so many times, and then you just, it doesn't really count. But it's just better to just play it as it is. It is meant to be the hardest difficulty. I can't stand it. I hate it. The whole single save file is ridiculous. I mean, shit, what the hell if your power goes out while you're playing? You know what I'm saying? Like, but, and accidents, there is no room whatsoever for error. There was one attempt I was doing with honor mode when there's a bugbear merchant and a mind flayer merchant in the Myconid village in the Underdark. And it being a mind flayer, there is the option to attack it in the dialogue, and I accidentally chose the attack in dialogue, and there's no one doing it. You can't reload. So again, zero room for error. And so anyway, that's what you need to know about honor mode. So that's why I'm definitely going to be keeping Sanctuary handy. And I'm just going to need to remember to keep a spell slot available for it. I mean, not run out of spell slots before I rest, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, background cannot be changed. She is an acolyte, which gives her insight, a wisdom-based skill, which that's her primary stat, so that's no problem. And religion, which is an intelligence-based skill, but that's not it's a big deal. But the thing is, there is a crown early in the game. When you get to the Blighted Village, again, very early in the game, there are 3 ogres, and very easy to kill using a rogue. You just separate from the rest of the party, stealth out, and then just keep sneak attacking them and then re-stealthing, and they just stand there and you just kill them. And one of them even casts spells because he's using an item called the Warped Headband of Intellect. Gives you a 17 intelligence. So that will help with my religion checks. And also skills I picked are history. That's another intelligence skill. And persuasion. And if you notice, the only other skill available to pick is medicine. So, and having a high wisdom already kind of balances itself out, not being proficient with medicine, So it's all good. Now, I changed the secondary bonus here from strength to constitution. She normally starts with a 13 strength, 13 dex. I lowered those to 8 each simply because plenty of Hill Giant strength elixirs in the game, whether you buy them or find them, there's plenty. Or make them through alchemy, there's plenty. Which means you can always have a 21 strength using those elixirs. They last until long rest. You just drink one after every long rest, always have a 21 strength. Dexterity, I wouldn't for 1 second ever recommend anybody doing this. Dexterity is vital to armor class, to initiative bonuses, and saving throws. A lot of damage spells, fireball, lightning bolt, all dex saves. So dexterity is a vital attribute. But there is in the Githyanki Creche, a merchant in the Githyanki Creche that sells bracers of dexterity, which gives you an 18 dexterity. And then the crown that so these three stats, I went ahead and reduced them all to 8 because I can always have a 21, I can always have an 18, and I can always have a 17. So I put all the other points into Constitution because that's when you're concentrating on a spell, to maintain concentration, it's a Constitution save. So having a high Constitution gives us bonuses to the concentration saves. And of course, Wisdom is Cleric's primary stat for spellcasting ability, or power, however you want to put it. And then Charisma, as I said, for those skill checks. And dialogue. There are so many things you can get like conflicts you can avoid through dialogue. And they're all, or mostly, charisma-based skill checks, whether it be persuasion, intimidation, deception, performance, all charisma-based. There's some class-specific, but usually all that does is give you advantage in some cases, not every case. So anyway, now that I've explained starting stats, let's get started. Now, Shadowheart is a cleric of Shar. And the Mother Superior for her cloister is a drow elf. So I'm not going to change the guardian. It makes perfect sense that her guardian is a drow. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Now, after the initial comment she makes when she wakes up, I'm going to end this video. I just want you to hear the first thing she says when she gets out of the pod. Probably should go ahead and just skip this right here, but yeah, this is just the game introduction. Prologue, if you will. Well, actually, you could say the Nautilus, the prologue, or the first chapter. This is the prologue. Nautilus, the first chapter. Tutorial. would like to do a playthrough with each of the origin characters, but really I've spent enough time playing this game. Got about 1,500 hours in. Played through it 6, 7. This might be the 8th time. Played character, never really finished it with some characters, just playing different characters. Welcome to Avernus. All right, I think we're getting started here. Yeah, just listen to what she says here.
Real stomach churns, legs struggle to find their footing. Fire and chaos assail every sense. You shut your eyes. In the dark, Lady Shah can guide you. The mission, the artifact. Many were sent to retrieve it, and now only you remain. You must survive and bring it to Baldur's Gate. To the Mother Superior.
The mission, the artifact. Many were sent to retrieve it, and now only you remain. You must survive and bring it to Baldur's Gate, to the Mother Superior. Okay, that's the mission. The artifact is the mission, bringing it to Baldur's Gate to the Mother Superior. So once again, Shadowheart, to me, is the main character, because everything is based on that artifact that she has and would let nothing get in her way of taking it to Baldur's Gate. So it completely breaks character when somebody else winds up with the artifact. She would kill to get it back or die trying. So that's why I've always wanted to do a Shadowheart playthrough. And since Honor Mode is the only trophy I have remaining, this is just how it's going to be. Now, I already have a build idea for Shadowhearts. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out, the best way. Do I want to go full level 12 cleric or multi-class? So I did decide to go ahead and multi-class as a druid. So cleric 5th level, druid 7th level should be a pretty powerful combo. And so keep tuned in and watch for future episodes. Like and subscribe, and see how this all plays out.
Such an insignificant seeming item. You know nothing of its purpose, only that you must protect it with your life.
Once again, protect it with your life.
What?
Thanks for watching.